Good morning. We have our Energising yoga this morning. Take your time with this practice this morning. We are going to do quite a fast-paced class. We're going to do a little warm-up, some salutations and into the warrior series. First thing in the morning, our bodies can still feel a little bit stiff. So if it does, make the movement slightly smaller, rest if you need to, and allow the body time to open up. Morning, Natalie. So, complete standing practice today. No laying down, but we'll make up for that on Thursday. Okay, let's just come onto your mats. Take the feet about hip distance apart. We're going to just start to warm the body up from tip to toes. So gently loop the shoulders up, back and down. Have a little bounce in the knees. And we'll gently just roll the head from side to side. Morning, everyone. Just start to loosen off the neck. Be really kind to your neck. It does a lot for us and we don't pay it much attention except when it goes wrong. So just be really kind and enjoy the movements of that gentle rocking of the head to side to side. And then when you feel ready to, start to make great big circles. Imagine you're leading with your nose up towards the ceiling and back down again. And just do that a few times. And I just wanted to say it's really nice this morning. I came up and I can see the full moon from where I'm practicing this morning. So if I bend down, I can see it just out the window, which is lovely. Gently rotate the neck around the other way. I'd love to learn a little bit more about the moon and how it affects us and everything. It's not something I've ever studied, so I'd really like to know about that. If anyone has a suggestion for a good book, that would be really nice. Okay, let's just loop the arms. So imagine you're swimming. We're going to take the right arm up, the left arm back, and just have that windmill type movement. And as I said, keep it nice and fluid and soft, especially if you're just waking the body up this morning. Just mobilising the whole of the shoulder joints. We're mobilising all of the body first before we come into the sun salutations and warrior pose this morning. When the arms come back down, see if you can do the arms the other way. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the brain just to coordinate there, as it has with myself. One more big circle round, and we'll loosen those off. Okay, feet about hip distance apart. We're going to rotate the wrists around, taking them up towards the ceiling, bring the weight into the toes. Maybe the heels will lift and you can stretch up to the ceiling. As you exhale, rotate the wrists around the other direction. And coming back onto the heels. Let's do that a few times. So inhaling up, coming up onto the toes if that feels good for you this morning, if the balance is there. Exhale, rotating the hands the other direction. Now think about your ribs and your spine this time. See if you can elongate the spine, lift the ribs up. And exhaling gently, gently down. One more time, really connect with your breath this time. Inhaling up. And exhaling, gently firming the tummy as you exhale and float back down. Step the feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. Hands come onto the hips. Some slow hip circles here. So pressing the hips forward, out to the side, round to the back. Just doing this a few times, maybe there'll be a little clunk and a click. That's okay, as long as there's no pain. And again, just being mindful, if your body is feeling a little tight this morning, maybe make that circle slightly smaller. And maybe more times you do it, maybe that circle can get a little bit bigger. Lovely, just rotating around in the other direction. Keep that looseness in the rest of the body. Let's not create any unwanted tension in the body this morning. Lovely, one more time round. Really feel those hips starting to create mobility, fluidity. Feet just a little bit wider apart if that's comfortable for you. We're going to interlock the fingers in front of us. Rise the arms all the way up to the ceiling, so palms are facing up towards the ceiling. For that little stretch into the shoulders, tuck the tailbone under, hug the tummy in. Take a deep breath in, reach those hands up towards the ceiling, lengthen the spine, As you exhale, turn to the right hand side, fold down over the leg, and then rotate all the way around to the left. As you come up, firm the tummy and inhale up. Exhale, folding down over the right leg, rotating all the way down. Inhaling, firming the tummy, coming back up. 2 more times on the right side and then we'll swap direction. And you might be going slightly faster, you might be going slightly slower than me, doesn't matter. The next time you come back up, just rotate in the other direction. So inhaling, reaching up to the ceiling, finding that length in the spine. As you exhale, fold down over the left leg, rotating all the way round. Lovely, couple more times. Find all that stretch in the sides of the body, the front, the back. Really waking up the whole of the central nervous system. The spine is lovely lubricated here. Lovely, one last time. And as you come up, just have a lovely inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, float the arms down by the sides, step the feet together. Bring the feet as close together as possible. Nice bend in the knees, bring the hands on top of the knees. Circle the knees around one direction. And again, make these as big or as small as you like. Just starting to lubricate the knee joints. And then circle around in the other direction. Lovely, coming back up to standing, hands come onto the hips. Shift the weight into your right foot, lift the left knee up and start to circle the left ankle around one way and then the other. Just an added bonus, if you feel nicely settled today, take the arms out to side. Really press the heels of the palms of the way so you have a little stretch into your wrists and then take the arms down to the ground. And remember to circle the ankle in both directions. And maybe you want to just flick the wrists up and down a few times. Lovely, lower back down. Bring your weight into the left foot, right knee comes up. Circling the ankle. And maybe just having that little stretch through the wrists at the same time. Just pressing the heel away one way and then folding the fingertips down to the ground. Keep the shoulders relaxed, don't hunch them up towards your ears. Lovely, release all the way back down. Let's just bring our hands into prayer for a moment. Softly close the eyes. Just notice the connection of your feet with the ground. Take a deep breath in. Take a long exhalation. Inhale deeply. And exhale. One last time, inhale. As you exhale, flicker open the eyes. And let's start with some sun salutations. So coming towards the front of your mat, feet are together. Making your way into Tadasana, so lifting the kneecaps up slightly, tilting the tailbone under just a little bit, hugging the tummy in. Looping the shoulders up, back and down, and think about opening the chest here. Crown and the head reaching up toward the ceiling, fingers reaching down towards the ground. Create that lovely strength in the body as you would just stand for a moment in stillness. Maybe close the eyes. If you start to wobble, that's fine. Just open your gaze and look at a point in front of you. Try and visualize the energy running up the front of the body and grounding down through the back of the body. Flicker open the eyes. Let's begin. Inhale. As you exhale, the hands come to prayer. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up. Find length in the spine first. If you're okay in the lower back, press the hips forward. Lift the sternum, gently arch back. As you exhale, fold all the way down into your forward fold. Put a nice bend in the knees if you're feeling really tight this morning. As you inhale, step the right foot back as far as you can go. Drop the knee, lift the chest and look up. Try and get this left knee at a right angle to the ground. Lengthen through the spine here, sink the hips down and squeeze the inner and outer thighs together. Create stability in the pelvis. If it's comfortable, bring your hands onto your knee, lift the chest up. Some of you might like to take the arms all the way up, lifting that chest, tucking the tailbone under. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right arm comes forward, left arm comes behind in a little twist. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold the arms down to the ground, step back into plank. Let's just hold your plank for a moment. Make sure the fingers are spread. Chest is pressing away from the ground, tummy's engaged. Lower down, knees, chest and chin. Rolling onto the tummy, and let's take a gentle cobra. Let's be really soft here, just gently lifting the head, the chest, squeezing the elbows into the side. Keep space between your ears and your shoulders. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, press into your downward dog. And maybe just lift one heel and then the other and just lengthening out through the legs. Keep it soft, don't go too wild first thing in the morning. Or you can go wild if you want to. I don't know what you lot have been up to already this morning. Okay, pressing the heels down to the ground, lift the hips up, sink the chest down. Take a deep breath in, lower the knees to the ground, step the right knee forwards, coming back into your lunge. Sink the hips down, lift the chest, maybe the arms come onto the knees, maybe the arms reach all the way up. As you exhale, bring the arms down by the side, step to the front of the mat, and inhale, rising up, arching back if that feels nice. Exhale, release, left side. Inhale, exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Drop the knee, lift the chest and look up. Make sure you're squeezing the inner and outer thighs together. Pull up the pelvic floor, lengthen the tailbone. Maybe the hands come onto the front knee. Maybe the arms reach up. And if they do reach up, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the left arm forward, the right arm behind. Inhale the arms back up to center and exhale, twist the other way round. Really trying to open the chest here, taking the arms as wide apart as you can. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the arms back down to the ground, step back into plank. Lower down, knees, chest and chin, hugging those elbows into the side. Rolling into a little cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the ground, hug the elbows in. And maybe if you're coming up very high, just make sure you can lift your hands from the ground. So you're engaging all the right muscles and not overly stretching the back. Lovely, plant hands on the ground, tuck the toes under. Press back to your downward dog. And again, maybe lift one heel and then the other just to lengthen the body out a little bit. Gaze is towards your knees. Arms are nice and strong and straight. On the next inhalation, lower the knees to the mat, step the left foot forwards, coming into your lunge. Sink the hips down, lift the chest, look up. Maybe the hands come to the knees, maybe they reach all the way up. Exhale, fold, step the right foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, rising up and arching back. Exhale, gently release. I don't know about you, but I feel like someone's come around with a little oiling can and oiled the Tin Man this morning. So let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back, drop the knee, lift the chest. Lengthen through the spine here, maybe hands coming to the knees, maybe reaching up. And if you reach up, take a deep breath in. Bring the right arm forward, left arm behind. Inhale, back together. Exhale, twist the other side. Really pressing through your feet here. Exhale, fold the hands down by the ground, step back into plank. Just hold the plank for a couple of minutes. No, not minutes, let's not do that. Press the heels away, lift the chest, hug the tummy in. Oh, maybe should we do a couple of minutes? Okay, lower down, knees, chest and chin. Rolling into cobra. Maybe you come a little higher now. Just make sure that if you want to, you can still take the hands from the ground. Not too much weight in the hands. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward dog. Find that length all the way through the back of the body. Engage the abdomen, pull the navel in towards the spine. Sink those heels to the ground. If anyone's heels do reach the ground, lift your toes up to make it a little bit more challenging. On an inhalation, lower the knees to the ground, step the right foot forward. Coming back into your lunge. Sink the hips down, lift the chest, hands come onto the knees if you like to, rising the arms up. Exhale, fold down, step the left foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, rising up, arching back. Exhale, release. Left side. Inhale, exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Drop the knee, lift the chest. Squeeze those thighs together, inner and outer thighs. Hug up the pelvic floor. Lift the hands onto the front knee. Maybe lifting the arms up. If you lifted the arms up, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right arm forward, left arm behind. So sinking those hips down, but lifting the ribs up. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, step the hands down, step back into plank. And again, let's just hold our plank. Keep pressing those heels away from you. Keep pulling the abdomen up. Create length in the neck. Lower down, knees, chest and chin. Rolling into cobra. Lengthen through the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Elbows hugged in, pelvis pressing into the ground. Really good for women's health when we come into cobra as it starts to massage some of the internal organs here. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward dog. Find that space, take a lovely deep breath in, deep breath out. One more time, deep breath in and out. And on the next inhalation, lower the knees to the ground. Step the left foot forwards. Sink the hips down, lift the chest, bring the hands onto the knees. Maybe the arms go up. Exhale, fold forward, step the right foot forward into forward fold. Let's just hang in our forward fold for a moment. You're very welcome to put a big bend into your knees here. Some of you are slightly more flexible, might be able to put your first two fingers and your thumb around your big toe and give your toe a lovely massage here. A little bit of self-reflexology working through some of the brain glands. Lovely, just pausing here, trying to bring your chest towards your thighs, crown of the head to the ground, lifting those hips upwards. And again, find space all the way through the back of the body, in between each of the vertebrae of the spine. And then on an inhalation, bend the knees, take the arms out to the side, lift the chest and rise all the way back up to standing. Release the arms down by the side and just pause here for a moment. Notice the breath flowing in and out of the body. Notice the heart rate. Notice the energy, the subtle energy running through your body. Okay, give yourself a little shake out if you need. We're going to do the warrior series. So, standing at the front of your mat, you can bring your hands onto your hips if you like. Now, you can have your feet together. If you're really, really good with balance, have your feet together. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, you can take the feet slightly further apart. Step the left foot back as far as you can. And bring the left toes in about a 45-degree angle. Now again, if you think about balance here, if you want to step your right foot out to the side slightly, it's going to give you a slightly bigger base to work on, so feel free to do that. Bend into the right knee, stack the knee directly over the ankle, and just have a look down and make sure your knee is tracking over the second and third toe. If you can see all of your toes, the knee is falling inwards, and we need to just take it out slightly. So check that throughout the practice. Okay, bring your hips towards the front. Imagine those headlights on the front of your hips facing forwards. Press down through the back foot. On an inhalation, we're going to float the arms upwards, creating that length in the spine, ribs away from the hips, and sink down into those legs. And again, just check the alignment of your front knee. Bend the elbows, lift the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. What's happening in your lower abdomen? Hopefully you're gently squeezing it in towards the back of the spine. Lift the crown of the head upwards. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, maybe just see if you can sink down 1 more inch. Squeeze those elbows back together 1 more inch. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink down, squeeze the elbows. 1 more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, take the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Take the right arm forward, the left arm back. Palms are facing down towards the ground. And imagine you're reaching your fingertips through either side of the room. So you're trying to touch the room. The sides of the walls, that's what I mean. Relax the shoulders, make sure they're not hunched up towards your ears. The pelvis is open up slightly now, so your hips are now facing in a slightly different direction. Some of you might be able to just sink down into that front leg a little tiny bit more. And maybe some of you can lift the heel of the right foot. Make sure the tailbone is tucked under, tummy is nice and engaged, spine is tall. And take 3 more breaths here. So deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can sink down into the pose a little bit more. Deep breath in. Keep reaching those fingertips away. And exhale. Your gaze goes to the middle finger of your right hand. Sorry, I forgot that. Deep breath in. And exhale. Lower the heel to the ground. Reach the right arm forward as much as you can and bring the left hand onto the back of the left leg. Bring the arm up and overhead, coming into reverse warrior. So your left hand glides down the back of your left leg. The right arm reaches upwards. The palm is facing down towards the ground now. Your gaze can go up to the palm. Lift out of the body here. Sink down through the legs, but lift out of the body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Keep length in the tailbone, keep the tummy engaged. 1 more deep breath in. As you exhale, fold down. Bring your right elbow onto your right knee. Lift the left arm up and overhead. Come into that lateral stretch. Press your back heel into the ground. Reach your fingertips away. And let's stay for 3 more breaths. Deep breath in. Maybe take the gaze up towards your hand. And exhale. Breathe in. And don't worry if your breathing is completely different from to me. Just make sure you're breathing. Deep breath in. And exhale. On the next inhalation, float the arms back up to warrior 2. Stretch those fingertips away. Inhale back to warrior 1. Come up onto the toes of the back foot and bring the toes in alignment with the mat. So coming into a low lunge now. Sink down through that front leg as much as you can. Bring the left hand down to the ground. On an inhalation, rise the right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Stacking those shoulders one on top of the other. Exhale, release the arm down by the side. Step the left foot in just a little bit. And then straighten both legs, coming into pyramid pose. Just find that stretch in the back of your legs. And then on the next inhalation, bend through your front legs. Step the left foot all the way forwards into your forward fold. Just hang here for a moment. And as we inhale, take the arms out to side, lengthen the spine, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Pause here for a moment. Notice the difference between your right leg, your left leg. Notice the sensations in your glutes. How does the right leg feel compared to the left? Release the arms down. Give your body a nice little shake here. Quite a lot going on on the right thigh there, so just give it a little shake if you need to. And you know what's coming now. We're doing the same on the other side. So standing at the front of the mat, remember, if you like a slightly broader base, you can take your feet slightly wider apart. Hands come to the hips. Step the right foot back as far as you can this time. Back toes are in about 45 degrees. Pressing into the heel of the back foot. Bring your hips so they're facing towards the front of the mat. Bend into that front knee and check that that knee is tracking over the second and third toe and the knees stacked directly over the ankle. If you bring it too far forwards, you're going to start to put pressure on the knee, which could do damage in the long run. Okay, inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Reach up out of the spine, lift the ribs away from the hips, sink the hips down. Take a deep breath in as you exhale, come into cactus arms. Let's stay here for 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, hugging the lower abdomen in. Deep breath in. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, reaching the arms up in head. This time as you exhale, left hand comes forward, right arm comes behind. We take the gaze towards the middle finger of your left hand. Sink down through those legs, make sure that knee is tracking over the second and third toe. Open the chest towards the side. Hug the tummy in, sink down through the legs. Maybe some of you can lift the left heel from the ground. Just notice how that has an impact on the groin here, the inner groin having a nice stretch. 3 breaths, deep breath in. And exhale. So your heart rate might be rising here. Any poses where the arms are above the head will cause us to have a little cardiovascular workout. One more time, deep breath in. As you exhale, lower the heel to the ground, reach forward as much as you can. Back hand comes onto the back leg. Reach up and overhead, slide the hand down the back of the body. Find that opening into the front of the body here. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, float up. Bring the left elbow onto the left knee. Reach the right arm up and overhead. Reach the hand up, the gaze up towards your left hand. Find that stretch all the way down the right side of the body. So press your heel into the ground here. Reach your fingertips away. 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the next inhalation, float back to warrior 2. Float back to warrior 1 with both arms coming up. Come up onto the toes of your back foot and bring your hips in alignment with the mat. Sink down as low as you can go into this high lunge. I know that sounds weird. Place the right foot down on the mat, left arm all the way up to the ceiling. Just pause in this twist here. Stacking the shoulders one on top of the other. Lower the hand to the mat. Step the right foot forward about 6 inches. Straighten both legs. Fold down over the front leg. Into pyramid pose. On an inhalation, step the right foot forwards. Coming into a little forward fold. Big bend in the knees here. Hug the opposite elbow. Allow the crown of the head to come down towards the ground. On an inhalation, take the arms out to side. Bend the knees, lengthen the spine. Float all the way back up. Reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to prayer. Press your thumbs into your heart space, lift your sternum up towards your thumbs. Root the feet down into the ground, lift the crown of the head upwards, relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Full exhalation. Deep breath in. And exhale, really tune in to the feeling of the energy within your body now. Breathe in. As you exhale, flicker open your eyes. Notice how you're feeling. And that's it. You've done it! Your Tuesday morning energizing yoga. 30 minutes, done. Well done, everyone. Great work this morning. We'll have a little bit more of a relaxation on Thursday, but I do hope you've built up some heat, you've started to purify your body. had a lovely big stretch all the way through the body and gained quite a lot of strength through that practice. Strength, mobility, flexibility, everything all in half an hour. So enjoy your day, have a lovely time, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye.